Hello, Patriots! In this video, we're going to be discussing three huge things that Governor Andy Beshear just said in his press conference today, June the 3rd. Three things that the media just let him give it away with entirely and didn't press him on it. If these things had been done by a Republican governor, they would have been all over him like hair on a bear. But they just let Governor Beshear get away with them, but we're not going to, and I hope you don't either. First of all, we're going to play a clip where he's announcing the number of deaths yesterday from COVID-19 here in the Bluegrass. You're going to notice in this clip he says, well, we're reporting that among the deaths is a 9-year-old baby. Then he goes on to say in the clip, the baby didn't actually die of the virus. It actually died, they believe, of SIDS. But since it had been tested positive for the virus, they're counting it with all the COVID deaths. Well, this is incredibly dishonest and misleading. I wonder how many other deaths the person actually died of something else entirely, but yet since they had tested positive, we're counting it as a COVID death. I mean, it gives you the idea of somebody who dies in a car crash, but they had COVID, where they're like, well, cause of death is COVID-19. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to Governor Beshear say this not once, but twice during his press conference. Here's Governor Andy Beshear saying it in his own words.
So today, we've got to announce that we have on our list of deaths today, we have a 9-month-old child from Hopkins County. Now, the lead cause of death will not be COVID-19, but the way that we have listed every other individual is that if it is a contributing factor, we list it on our COVID list. But this one, again, a lot of factors, SIDS involved, but we have always, if someone tests positive and has passed away, we include them as a contributing factor.
So what's up with that? The baby didn't actually have it, but we're going to count it with those who did die from it. Very misleading on the numbers, and again, makes us want to question all of the other deaths that are supposedly from the virus. I don't know if they really are or not anymore. And there was 8 other people that had supposedly died of the virus yesterday here in Kentucky. Let me read you their ages. This is in the order they were listed from Governor Beshear's press conference today. The other ages were 84, 48, 93, 92, 91, 99, 90, and another 91-year-old. Did you notice a repeating pattern that I kept saying? 90-something years old, as high as 99 years old. Well, I wonder how many of these 90-plus-year-old people didn't have some other health condition, but today it's being counted as COVID-19. Again, highly suspicious. And if you want to look back at all the numbers the governor's reported, more than half, according to his own numbers, of all the deaths in Kentucky from this virus are people in long-term care facilities such as nursing homes. And the mean age that I keep hearing is in the mid-80s, and as we see today, it gets up to 99. There was one earlier this week was 102. And I'm sure they didn't have any other health concerns, and it just happened to be the virus. So again, very suspicious on all of that. And the press, just let him get away with it. We don't have a conservative mainstream media here in Kentucky, which is the reason why we have, thank the dear Lord, social media. So I hope that you will spread word about this, and that, because this is what we're going to need to make a difference in this war for the hearts and minds, the information war. Right now, Governor Beshear has been waging this war without an opponent. Well, I think there's an army of conservative Kentuckians that are starting to stand up and push back on the information front. Let's talk about 2 other things he mentioned in his broadcast today, June the 3rd. One of them was unemployment rates. Here, I'm going to put up the slide from his own press conference. Notice what it says there, that per capita, Kentucky has more people out of work, greater than 36% of our entire workforce is out of work. If I was Governor Beshear, I wouldn't have put that on the slide. It's not like he spent a great deal of time talking about it that day. And this means, according to his own slide, all of the other governors in all of the other 49 other states have all done a better job at protecting the unemployment rates in their states, and they're all dealing with the same virus that we are. So I don't know why He's patting himself on the back for such a good job when his own slide says we are doing the worst in the absolute entire nation. But there's one other piece of information he mentioned today, and it's one of his own slides again, and let's put it up so you can see this one. Notice it says that he is going to be spending $112 million on this contact tracing program. Now, this $112 million came from the federal government. It was part of what is called the CARES Act, which is the Coronavirus Aid Economic Relief Stimulus Package, something to that account. And it was supposed to be used to help the states in economic recovery because of all the virus problems. Is he using it for economic recovery? Not at all. And we reported on this earlier, but now here's his own slide saying he's going to spend more than $100 million to violate your Fourth Amendment rights, granting you the freedom of privacy, which is absolutely insane. This is money that was specifically made to help Kentucky economic recover. Would it have been a better job to send this money to help Kentucky small business owners who you put out of work, but you let the big stores stay open and sell the same stuff? Would have been a much better use of the money. It's actually what it was intended for. 3 huge things from just this one press conference. And there's more information coming out every day. Tomorrow, there's going to be a big meeting that's going to be about the General Assembly meeting with the Attorney General and talking about the governor's emergency powers. And some big questions need to be raised about this. I mean, we had yesterday a grand total of 3 people in the whole state die supposedly from COVID-19. Today we had people mostly in their 90s, even upper 90s, 99 years old. And the baby who didn't even die of COVID died of something else, but they're counting it for COVID numbers, all under the guise of an emergency. Do these things really constitute an emergency? We'll be watching that committee meeting and being sure to bring you the information on it. So until next time, stand strong. I hope this has given you some ammunition that you can use in the information war front, because for Kentucky to survive, we're going to rely on freedom-loving patriots to go out there and to give us the news that you're not going to get from the governor or from the mainstream media. I hope that you'll be a part of those who are standing up and pushing back. Until next time, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point. Stand strong, Kentucky.